So guys, normally I'm just pre-recording the Magic Art Challenge on the dev build against any like content creator and will just show you the best decks and games with that. I just did it some days ago, but then I wanted to record it now, but the challenge on the dev account is away. So since I'm not at home when you guys see the video, I still want to pre-record it and give you guys some tips and tricks for the challenge. So basically explaining to you before we jump into it, the Super Magic Archer is basically pretty simple to explain. As you guys can see, I have like a video here from Royale API because they're just showing everything in the best way. For sure, all the links which I'm going to use today are in the description below, and make sure to give Royale API a love. Use the creator code, support them, they're absolutely amazing. So it's basically pretty simple. So your opponent is going to play a troop and you're just going to use the Super Magic Archer behind that, or like against that, and the Super Magic Archer will be able to kind of target the troop and will like the troop is going to change the positioning. So an example, like right now, you're going to hit the you're gonna hit the Goblin Giant. The Goblin Giant is gonna switch side. It's fighting for you. And as you guys can see, the same is happening with the King Tower. The opponent's Magic Archer attacked your King Tower, or like example, your King Tower here. And because of that, your King Tower targeted this one. Also, it focused the Packer, so the Packer is focusing this Magic Archer. It's kind of complicated sometimes, but it's like pretty simple. Every time the Magic Archer hits a troop, it's gonna help you. So as you guys can see here, it's gonna... No, it's not, yeah, it's gonna get knockback here, basically, because of the Monk. So this is like a really interesting situation. Normally, if it targets a troop, the troop will help you, but this time, like, it got, like, knockback, or, like, reflected, so Magic Archer is not helping you anymore. So also damage is pretty insane. As you guys can see, it's one-shotting firecracker. Here you guys gonna see it's gonna be able to the Monk help for like 5 seconds, I guess. I don't know honestly how much it really is, but as you guys can see, it can be really crucial, especially with the Packer. Packer is absolutely insane, because if you're playing Packer behind against the Giant, against the Goblin Giant, against the Golem, and your opponent is using the ability, you will be dead. If you guys enjoy this type of content, make sure to subscribe and always let me know in the comment section if you guys like the decks and if you guys tried it out before, and also let me know your goal for the new challenge in the comment section below. And I would say that's time we jump into that, and I'm gonna explain you how this challenge works and which deck you should use. Really important to know, guys, which I just forgot to mention in the intro, is that the first challenge will be casual play, so you will get 2 emotes. Like, even if like you're a bad player, you're not really feeling comfortable at all playing the game, or like especially with the new Super Magic Archer, if you get 8 wins, you can lose like 120 games, or like 50 games, like 20 games, like 100,000 games. You just need to get 8 wins, losers don't count for the 8 wins reward. And also in the next one here, this is kind of the thing where you need to get the 10 wins without losing 3 times. So this emote is basically free for everyone. You just need to get 8 wins, and this deck, or like this emote, will be way more challenging. But now we're gonna take a look at a deck which would be a good construction. So guys, I think we're just taking the Magic Archer, the normal Magic Archer, to build our deck now. And this is a deck which I think is really good, in my opinion, at least a deck which I also tested on the dev account before. As I said, the games are not available anymore since the challenge is over on the dev account. So yeah, I will also play this deck, and if I don't get the wins, I will delete this video probably. But so we got the Super Magic Archer, and we just saw what are the most dangerous thing for the Super Magic Archer to hit, or like especially like opponent Super Magic Archer. Packers, mini Packers, Lumberjacks, which are really close to your tower, so you should not use this kind of cards in your deck. So what is a kind of solid card? If we think about a Hawk Rider, so you're using a Hawk Rider bridge, and the opponent is going to be able to play a Super Magic Archer, and then you're gonna, it's gonna play Super Magic Archer, and then Hawk Rider is like going onto your tower. So I think Hawk Rider itself, it's a solid thing in general, because it's just like able to support you. It's pretty solid, or pretty easy to defend. Like, it's not like a Packer. If the Packer in the right moment gets back, it's really annoying, I would say. It's really annoying. And also the pack, or like the Hawk Rider, is a tube which just targets building and towers. So you have enough time to respond. It's not like closely to your tower. It will not just hit everything as fast as it does. So yeah, as fast as it can. You never play it in front of your tower. You normally always play it at the bridge. So I think Hawk Rider is the safest win condition to use in the new Super Magic Archer challenge. So let's talk about the Hawk Rider. Let's talk about the sequence when you're using a Hawk Rider, opponent is using the Super Magic Archer, how you're gonna like play with that. You for sure want to have a building just to make sure you're countering your Hawk Rider. So this is why we have the cannon. And now it's getting really important. If the opponent is smart, he will kind of play a similar deck. He will play a similar deck for the Hawk Rider. You can also use the Bomb Tower. You can also use the Inferno Tower. It really depends on what you're facing. If you feel like you face a ton of Giant players, use the Inferno Tower. But also, what I think is really solid in this type of deck is the EQ itself. Because I think if people are really smart, they're just trying to use decks which are just like, or like tubes which are like focusing on towers, which are not able like to get it so much value. As you guys saw seeing before the P.E.K.K.A clip, it was just absolutely massive, right? Your opponent using a Goblin Giant, you using a P.E.K.K.A, the Magic Archer from the opponent targets your P.E.K.K.A, P.E.K.K.A kills your own tower. So this is not what should happen. So this is kind of what we have here. So also, what is also great, which are troops which don't really get value for the Super Magic Archer, but at the same time, do fit in this Hawkrider Cycle deck. And this is pretty easy to explain. It's the Ice Golem. Ice Golem. Like, if your opponent is going to be able to kill the, or like attack the Ice Golem with a Super Magic Archer, we don't really care at all. I mean, yeah, for sure it's annoying because you don't have it right now, but it's just like 5 seconds, and it's 5 seconds. The Ice Golem won't reach your tower anyway, and even does, bro. I don't really care, man. I don't really care, but even if you play it on defense, it reaches the tower, it doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter, but like as I said, Hawkrider Ice Golem, the only really annoying thing, as I said, if you play Hawkrider Ice Golem, the bridge is coming to your side, we still have the cannon. So this is kind of what we want to do. Also, I think Ice Bird is always great just because the freeze effect is so long. Also, kind of having the Ice Golem to, yeah, kind of like also making sure to kind of distract the Magic Archer, Super Magic Archer in a way is kind of important. So the question is how we are able to kill the Super Magic Archer. So this will be really annoying. First of all, we have a cheap cycle also, which is really important to have a really cheap cycle to make sure we can stack as many Super Magic Archers as we can. And also, now the question is, what are we going to do next? What are we going to do next? Do we use the skeletons? Do we use something else? And I guess the mini P.E.K.K.A can be really solid. The mini P.E.K.K.A can be really solid against the Super Magic Archer. The only really annoying thing is if the Super Mini P.E.K.K.A is wrong at the wrong side, it's the main single target damage too. Is kinda pretty bad. But also, you kinda need to think about, we need something against the Super Magic Archer. So this is kinda the thing where Super Magic Archer is broken. You need to counter it, but the troops which are countering the Super Magic Archer will destroy your own tower. So the most important thing honestly is just you want to play the mini P.E.K.K.A as far away at the tower as you can, so that the opponent is going to be able to snipe your super mini P.E.K.K.A. So just really important in this type of challenge, make sure to not play your troops close to your tower, because if you do that, your opponent is going to absolutely destroy you. So I'm thinking about using the super mini P.E.K.K.A here, and the mini P.E.K.K.A here, not the super mini P.E.K.K.A, the mini P.E.K.K.A here, but also what could be interesting, I mean, there are like some options, right? There could also be just like the log, which is normally in this type of deck, which could be like a good thing, just having a log in there and just counting the super magic archer from the opponent with your own super magic archer, and just using as the last card maybe goblins, which are like a bit better on offense, and also to distract other like cards. An example like mini P.E.K.K.A s, P.E.K.K.A s, better against giant and so on. But the problem with goblins also is they're sometimes way harder to defend on defense. So like if your opponent is gonna kill or like attack the goblins, but I think they're gonna be one shot anyway, right? They should be one shot anyway, so it doesn't really matter. This is also a smart thing to keep in mind, right? Some things Magic is gonna one shot the super magic archer, as we already saw with the firecracker. So this is kind of the things we don't really care about, because it won't be able to, we don't really need to care about that, since the super magic archer won't get any value against it anyways. So this is kind of great about this deck. So this is, in my opinion, the best deck for the new super magic archer challenge. If I was wrong, let me know in the comment section. If I was right, play a different deck, right? Like if you feel like you're facing a deck quite a lot, just try it out. But I will try this deck this challenge when like I'm able to do it, when I'm like back home. I will try this deck out, and as I said, it's just like my personal experience or like my personal preference. I also use this deck, as I said, on my dev account against other YouTubers, and it worked out pretty well. So let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think about this deck? Did it work out for you? It's a kind of explanation guide why I picked this deck. It's similar, not really similar video which I'm normally doing for this type of challenges, but I still hope you guys enjoyed this one. And I would say I'm out. Thanks for watching, and goodbye guys.